It was Ed's friend.
And I can't type and jazz hands at the same time.
That's right,
Oh, that
you
attitude.
can't. Hello,
Sounds
and
like a personal
welcome
problem.
to Powered Casual Presents Hellscape Navigators. I am Ian, I'll be the DM this week, and to my... I'm gonna say my left is Naoma, who we were just making fun of. Naoma is played by Tom, and Tom takes too many notes.
How many D's in
Never
Eds?
enough notes.
See, we just
one.
it's just one, man.
It's
I
not
wasn't
Ed,
sure if
Ed,
it was
and
like
Eddie.
Ed, and Ed,
Oh,
and Eddie.
no,
Oh.
no. What's that? The first one, the one actually named Ed.
Single D.
And to my right, we have Alyssa playing Gilda. To my down, we have Brian playing Clyde. To my down and to my right, we have Thranton being played by Sean. And to the only last direction, to my down and the left, we have Maleficus playing Ark. Not the other way
It's the
around.
other way around.
Yeah.
Not the other way around.
Maleficus playing Ark playing Maleficus.
This is real, and it is happening.
34th level warlock human. I am a lion man
And
That checks
playing a
out.
human.
and as with our we were discussing notes before the game here. Feel free to weigh in as to whether or not notes are worth taking or not. Feel free to hop in chat and
Vote now
do
on your
that.
phones.
Vote now on your phones, especially if you're actually watching this on a phone. It's the device to use.
Got a
What?
How are we going to track
Who
this?
remembers the
Oh, I don't
names
know.
of all the Ack Inc. characters from last week? I do.
Nope.
I took notes.
I don't remember.
Okay. So what?
But the DM's gonna say him again, so it's
Yeah.
probably
What
fine.
happened? What you guys do last week? You had a.
I slapped a chicken.
You did.
Really hard,
Sure
yeah.
did.
Yeah, we took
Sure
some
did.
chickens.
I also slept a chicken, just not as good.
You learned.
I got into an arm wrestle with a strong man.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
don't
should have
remember his
taken
name
notes.
Yeah, you should.
I've been taking notes, yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
I talked to an elf ninja, and it went great.
It
It
did.
went great for us.
It did go great.
They
Also, the
learned so
DM
much
killed.
about us.
Also, the DM killed everything we love in the world, but we don't actually remember that except for Gilda.
Oh, that's right.
I've seen
That's
some
fine.
stuff. Yeah.
Dream sequence.
Dream
We all die.
sequence.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. None of you remember it, except for Gilda, who just gets to live with that.
I certainly do remember almost dying.
Yeah, you get the Age of Ultron, Tony Stark flashback where all your friends die.
Oh God, no!
All of us
That's
die,
right.
but only one of us gets a funeral for reasons unexplained.
Yeah.
See, that movie, I gotta say, off topic for a brief moment, Age of Ultron's probably one of the Marvel movies I've rewatched most on Disney Plus. Just trying to remember what the hell happens.
Why do you do
We
that to
watched
yourself?
it
Why?
yesterday, actually.
Well, it's because
What
there's
a mess of a movie.
It is, and that's the thing. It has a lot of great moments that don't have
Mhm.
much to do with the movie. It has a lot of big plot points that I forget, and I don't ever remember how they win in the end. I don't remember. I've rewatched
Our
it
friendship.
like last week. Yeah, it's just
They find out that
Yeah.
Ultron's allergic to water.
Mm.
Yep.
Mhm.
hmm
Wait, that's not what happened.
it's
Have
what
you not
happened.
seen it?
Yeah,
They give Ultron the common cold.
It's the special Disney Plus cut.
The
They
M. Night
drown him in a
Shyamalan
puddle
edition.
of water.
hmm guest starring Mel Gibson as a priest.
Mhm.
Turns out Ultron is Kaiser Sose.
Anyway, yep, all the stuff that they said did happen. They did indeed almost die in a dream. They did talk to several people. And just who did you talk to? I know that we mentioned a ninja and an arm wrestling man. But
Well, before we get to who we talked to,
yeah.
we're leaving out that
Mm-mm.
two people here
Hmm.
almost killed the entire party by intentionally crashing the Tormentor.
I don't remember that.
Who did that?
I don't.
Some of us have moved on.
Yeah. Also, okay,
haven't.
fine. Let's talk about it. First of all, was it intentional? Second of all, who failed to save the party? Naoma. Bye, Naoma.
Who failed to clean up after me?
I'll remember this for next time.
Okay.
Party needs to be saved? Ah, no, I'm not. Nah, I'm good.
You know,
All right, we're all
dwelling on
fighting.
this is just going to divide us more. We really need to unite the party.
Yeah.
Right.
It's true, and I do want
Fighting.
to just from my seat over here in the middle, watching all of this. I do think that Thranton's actually laid more healing down on the party than
Oh, yeah.
Then the cleric.
than the cleric.
I don't know how to heal things.
Yeah, you just don't have to
things.
complain. I understand. It's fine.
Kind of,
I do.
I mean, you
Okay.
play your character how you want, but I kind of feel like you should know how.
The good news is, if we all die, Naoma will like us more
Mhm.
because she'll revive
maybe
us
we'd
as
be
a
okay.
skeleton.
Skeletons, buddies.
With 4
Yeah.
very, very particular skeletons will be.
Then you'll listen to what I say.
That's gonna be like
I've spent years
6
listening
months
to what
from
you
now,
say,
it's just-
Naoma.
6 months from now. It's just gonna be Naoma, her 4 very specific skeleton friends, and whatever new characters we roll.
We'll just be oblivious to the evil that is Naoma.
That's fine.
Yeah, it seems.
This is fine.
Yeah, it seems fine.
She seems
All,
fine to
all
me.
according to plan.
That's
I
my
think we need to
skeleton
kill
get to keep
Naoma
my
now.
shield.
And a shield.
And a shield.
We got to kill them both.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we
Gilda.
saved
I
the
need robot legs for my shield.
Okay.
Oh, no.
See, Gilda
I'm gonna
gets
have
it.
an evil
don't do it.
Modron. I don't want that.
We're
He
actually
can
going to make
stay in the
Ultron.
shield though.
This is the Ultron.
Age of Modron.
Full circle, baby. Here we go.
Age of Unseen Edgelord Tron.
So
No, you're already
We-
walking around, Clyde.
Wait, I'm Ultron?
No, you're Edgelord. Tell us about yourself.
Oh,
I want
yeah,
to kill
that's right.
devils.
That's
You
what I
want to
do.
tell us more.
So
Devils.
anyway, yes, as anyone watching along can tell, we're getting along right now very well.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, super.
Yeah,
totally
we're all
not
best
fighting.
friends, smitten as kittens. We're yeah.
And last week, as Ian was asking, we talked to Unpronounceable Screech, who is an Aarakocra that does some sort of job that I didn't catch the name of because it's long and complicated because it's an ACK thing. Rodrigo, who's a tiefling documancer. Vels, a giant human lore master.
And Otter.
Uh,
I don't remember.
Traxagor, a giant otter who does something with communications. And Harriet the elf. That's what I got.
Harriet the Elf.
So, all right. So,
Notes.
yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, yeah, Unpronounceable Screech, the Aarakocra Hordes person.
Too long.
Which is not longer than Documancer, I might add.
No, but I had time to write that one down.
That's true. He was the one who taught Gilda and Thranton how to properly prepare abyssal chicken down here in Avernus. And yeah, Vels, the giant man loremonger, is the one who arm wrestled Maleficus. Clyde was talking with Harriet, the obviator, for this
Obviator,
branch.
that's what it was.
And Traxagor is the secretarian. Because I know that you want
Those-
to complete those notes.
Too.
So wait, Bells is the what thinga?
Lore monger.
Lore monger.
Brian,
That's
just
the
break down.
cook?
Brian,
Hmm.
come on, buddy. You don't gotta take. You don't gotta be like him.
Which one? Which one? Arm wrestled? Is that Traxagor?
That was Vels.
Damn it.
This is the problem with notes. You get one thing wrong, you get everything wrong.
Yeah, now you gotta actually keep track. It's a slippery slope.
All right, that's the last note I'm taking today. There you go.
And
Take
so
that, nerds.
where we left off in particular was dinner was prepared, dinner was ready, and you five have been welcomed to partake in dinner here in the Avernus branch of Acquisitions Incorporated. And when dinner is announced, the other 4 members of the franchise will immediately just start rearranging furniture in this common area to sort of get a table and chairs set up so that everybody can eat. And
4. I thought there was 5.
and there's 4, and then Unpronounceable Screech is still in the kitchen.
Screech?
So he's still up doling out food into serving trays and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it's a pretty plain-ish menu. Aside from the pair of wonderfully
Demonic
cooked
chickens?
demonic chickens, it looks like somebody definitely did their best with create food and water, and made just like it's a bunch of like just potatoes, just plain potatoes, plain vegetables. Like it's just not a lot of spices, but it's all filling, it's all healthy, it's all good. There's no weirdness. Like the only thing that seems to have come from Avernus is the chickens. They don't seem to be eating any of the weird shit you've been seeing growing around here. So that's
Good news.
That's a plus.
So, is there plant life growing around here?
And for that, yeah, Rodrigo, the documancer, will answer. It's like, oh yeah, no, there's plant life, but like basically everything else down here, it's garbage. Some of it is sentient and mean. Some of it is just outright poisonous. Some of it's just got weird effects. And he'll be like flipping through a notebook, and he'll just be like, yeah, there's scrub weed and like shit brush, and it's not
Shit brush?
yeah, shit brush. Yeah, you don't want it's like a tumbleweed, but you'll know it when you see it and smell it. Like, don't.
I can imagine.
Yeah, like
Be on the lookout for it.
yeah, we
This
had
place
to.
sucks.
It does. It does. I'm not gonna lie, it does. So but yeah, none of that none of that here on this table. We've done the experimentation, so you don't have to.
Well, thank you for
So
that courtesy.
you don't have to.
But yeah, you guys are certainly welcome to sit and eat, make any conversation, ask any questions you'd like. With so far the only friendly faces you've met down here that haven't like asked you for a spine or something.
So the end of last session, I had asked Traxagor if they had seen someone in particular who was a worshiper of Miracle, the Lord of Bones.
Mhm.
I'm going to continue on with that and just be like, so,
Okay.
anyone?
Okay. Yeah, and Traxagor will look over and just be like, so who was this person to you?
He was no one to me necessarily, but he was someone to my village back on Faerun. and I need to find him. Thranton and I have been tasked with finding him.
As
Although-
I'm stuffing chicken in my face, I'll just like, yeah, that's true.
Like, okay. How did he get here? Do you know?
Well-
Like that can definitely affect where they end up.
That's the tricky part. Not sure if he's actually here.
Okay.
We were led to believe that he was somewhere in the area of El Terrell. And then we got to El Terrell, and El Terrell promptly came here. So,
Mhm.
just trying to rule it out. Maybe he's here, maybe he's not.
Okay. Let's see.
So wait, all this time you've been down here, you've been looking for some bone daddy?
Yeah. Yeah, that is one way to say it.
Okay, so
Bone Daddy.
this Bone Daddy, are you looking for, just to make sure I got this right, this Bone Daddy, they worship Merkel, the Lord of Bones?
Correct. And
Okay.
I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm not a huge fan of the term bone daddy.
I am. I think it's great.
What term would you prefer?
Yeah. Yeah, is there a better term? I don't want to be, weird about it.
Yeah, we would hate for that.
No, bone daddy's fine.
Well, let's see.
I high five myself.
Let's see. Last I checked, he wasn't specifically. I know he's not. I know that Merkel himself does not generally hang around Avernus. I do know that. So I don't tend to see a ton of his followers down here. Like maybe. There's one guy that might know. And come to think of it, he might know something about the companion, the above El Terrell too. He might know something about that. Last we checked, he was stuck in a stone circle, little ways north of here. We haven't dealt with him personally because we don't tend to go too far from here, because it's hell. So head office didn't specifically say we had to go anywhere, so we're kind of, we'll take that as narrowly as we can.
Okay. Well, how far north? Hour, day,
Oh, a couple days probably. It's
couple day driving?
it's a ways.
Okay.
It's a ways. I could actually, Screech, you got that map that Frank left? And Screech will, pop another bit of chicken into his mouth, stand up, and go over and pull and, open up a couple of scrolls, that are on a shelf, and be like, no, not that one. That one's... What is this one? Okay, no, it's not that one. Alright, what's this one? That one's porn. Okay, it's not that one. Okay, here we go. And he'll go over to the table, clear out a little spot, and he'll roll out a map of Avernus. And
What kind of business is this?
Well, I mean, there's business,
Stay
and then
busy.
what we do on our off time is, it's up to us. That's not most of the time. Most of the time, it's up to us. hard to say, what we're allowed and not allowed to do as employees sometimes. But the catch with this map, and the main reason we don't have a cartographer anymore, is trying to draw an actual correct map of this place literally drove our prior cartographer insane. So that's
promising.
That's why Frank got to go home. That's how we got Rodrigo instead. He came through the schlepper just fine. So let's see. Looking at this map. All right, so let's see. So we got, and he'll point out a couple of landmarks and things. Like he'll go over on this side. There we go. And he'll point at this weird oil slick looking thing and be like, yeah, okay, so this is the lake with the spawning trees. This is where we met. We are probably down around here. The cabin's usually in this area. Usually. Now, the stone circle, it's around an obelisk. That is way the hell up here. If you go up here, this is Arkan's Tower. That's too far.
You've gone too far.
You've gone too far. You see a giant effigy of Tiamat. That's too far. Neat people, big into dragons. That's maybe not there yet. But yeah, up here is the obelisk where our guy, well, he's not our guy. Our contact, I guess, is stuck. Last we checked.
Oh, he's a friend of yours?
No. If he was a friend, he probably wouldn't be stuck. Like.
Oh.
Got it.
All your friends are very skilled.
Oh yeah. No, he knows a lot of shit. And speaking of which, like, we're exchanging some information, so I feel like we gotta, in order to, because I can see over there, this is still Screech, and like Screech will point across the table at Rodrigo, who is just jotting shit down in a notebook the whole time. Like he's been taking notes in between bites the whole time. And he's just like, because this shit is gonna get sent back to the office, and if we don't have anything to show for it, it's gonna be our ass. So, I'll start. I know you said that you came from El Terrell, obviously. How did El Terrell get here?
We were in the city at one point, and then
we were in a basement when it happened.
There was a little bit of an earthquake, and now there are chains holding the city and pulling it downward. That's all we know.
And I'll point to you and be like, yeah, that sounds right.
Whose basement?
I'll look at Naoma and be like, whose basement was it?
Oh, you don't know?
That wasn't relevant.
I feel like I would know, but I totally forgot his name. Duke something.
The Duke, the evil
Yeah,
Lord
we were
Duke.
Duke Shield.
We were working with a supposed Hell Rider to
Rhea.
infiltrate, who goes by the name of Rhea, to infiltrate the estate of Duke Thagrius Krieg.
That's the name.
He was suspected of, I think he was suspected of worshiping Zariel. I could be wrong. There was a connection to Zariel somehow.
No, you're right.
And so we were in his, you could call it a basement. He really, like, they took over the sewers of surrounding the city, kind of, I think. There was a lot of them. They were smelly. We killed a bunch of cultists in self-defense. obviously. They were cultists.
Well, I killed them before they could kill us.
Yeah, some of them were
Yeah.
not quite defense.
And
Well, I mean,
Harriet
offense is the best defense.
It's true. Harriet, the elf ninja, would be like, "Yep, that is 100. That is true. Yep. This is good. This is good."
Yeah,
Put a
and
head in
then
a pot.
less relevant, but we did do that.
Let's not. Yeah,
It was a distraction. We need to get into a room. Mistakes were made. In hindsight, we'd probably do it again.
Yes.
Sure.
Then we after killing everyone in there, including the Duke's wife, we
Was
found
jacked.
the Duke who was jacked and kind of oily, like she was prepared to like oil wrestle or something. She was a weird person.
I don't.
Or floats your boat. I mean,
we then found the Duke, who informed us that we were too late. Something was about to happen, and then there was a big earthquake, and the city started falling into Avernus, and he died.
and the Duke gave me this dope ass shield.
no.
Kinda.
The Duke definitely had the shield.
Yes. Dope ass.
Yes. The Duke had a shield that Thranton now has.
Mm-hmm.
That shield, you
Level
should
of
melt it
dope.
down for metal.
Traxagor will sort of look over at it and just be like, "That's hella possessed, isn't it?"
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I mean, define possessed.
Inhabited
There
by
is a pit demon
Yeah.
living in that shield.
Yeah, I was gonna say like inhabited by a spirit or a being, willingly or not.
Yeah,
So that-
and
yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean a bad spirit, you know.
But a pit,
It's a pit demon.
It's a
a
pit
pit,
devil though.
yeah, a pit fiend. Oh, okay.
Look, listen,
Aren't you a paladin?
y'all are thinking in shades of black and white. There are shades of gray here. Shades of gray.
This is a very dark gray.
He doesn't actually know if that's true. He's just brainwashed by the shield,
I have not been brainwashed by the shield.
which is what a brainwashed person would say.
It's fine, I've changed.
Okay. So, all right. So that fills in some blanks. Vels, like, does that check with everything we've heard about Elturel? And you'll see that Vels the whole time has had the receiver to the whisper jar he mentioned. He's just constantly been like one hand eating, the other hand is just like constantly pointing from whoever's talking the whole time. Just you, okay, and then you. All right, so then you. Okay. He'd be like, "Yep, that's yeah, that checks out. That all checks out. We've heard the name Krieg already, especially if he was a worshiper of the Archdevil Zariel, Duke of the first realm, first layer of the 9 hells of Avernus. Yeah, that checks out. That it would be here. Okay. Devil Shield also checks out. Yep. And like so,
I'll get real grumpy at the mention of Devil Shield.
Devil shield.
Yeah, at the mention of that.
What it is.
Well, what do you know anything about this shield? You said you've heard more about it.
like, well, maybe. 1 sec, and he'll like sort of he'll like get up. You'll see the lead, like the tube that's been going to this receiver. You'll see it go back into a room off the main, like, common area. And he'll come back with something that looks like a 5-gallon office water jug with this tube going to it and the receiver. And he'll sit with it on his lap and just be like, okay, Did the shield call itself anything? That'll make this easier. That'll make this faster.
Yeah, it's an edgelord.
Clyde, you're confused again. It's the shield
hidden.
of the Hidden Lord.
Hidden edgelord.
Shield of the Hidden Lord. Okay, and Vels will raise the receiver to the whisper jar, be like, "Shield of the Hidden Lord, records, brief," and he'll like he'll drum a bit on the side of the water of the jug part of the jar, and the jug just looks empty for the most part. But as he's just kind of like idly tapping on it, there's sort of a mist forms within it. No shape, no anything. And you see the mist come up towards the receiver, and out of it comes a completely different voice. That was just like, Shield of the Hidden Lord. Let's see, Shield of the Hidden Lord. Yeah, I remember that thing. There's a devil in that pit fiend inside it, and it probably wants to get out. Bell put it there. Don't know why. Actually, wait. Let me just double check. Was it Bell that put it there, or someone else? It's actually important.
And I'll just kind of turn to Thranton and just be like,
And I'll like, yep, this isn't any new information. Very good.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Doesn't actually say. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna say. Yeah, they're just gonna say this. Yeah, Bell put him in there. You know, they could. Not sure what the pit fiend did, but must have pissed off Bell something fierce. Because that was actually back before Zariel took over, so he's been in there for a while. And yeah, he probably wants to get out. Could let him out, I guess. Maybe have a pit
He's
fiend
made
on your side.
mention.
I don't know. And then
Would
yeah,
a pit
and then
be like? Sorry.
like, Vels will like put a hand over the receiver to stop it from talking, and be like, "I'm sorry, what was that?"
Oh, I was gonna say, is it possible to make an alliance with a pit demon, pit fiend, pit devil?
Well, from what I've heard, an alliance, no. A contract, yes. Devils love them some contracts. If you could strike a deal, that would really, like, devils are real funky with contracts and agreements, especially if they're in writing. Then they are bound to the agreement. Though they are masters of fine print and working around things.
I am just eating my food a little faster, sweating a little. Just
like, Vels will move his hand away from the receiver, and a different voice will come out. Like, the shield is a symbol of God's triumph over evil. Gazing at such beauty, one can easily overlook the terrible force bound within it.
Yes! See?
And it'll just be like, I don't remember that one being in there, but it is. And Harriet, the ninja lady, will like suddenly be really focused on you, Gilda. And be like, so what do you know?
about
Infernal Pact.
Oh,
I
Gilda doesn't
know
know anything
that
about
they're-
infernal pacts. She's just been she falls asleep sometimes.
I do. It's a problem.
Yeah. I mean, she
She's
hasn't
really
been
good
hanging
at
out.
checked.
She hasn't been talking with the shield or anything, so it's probably fine.
Oh, the shield talks to you guys.
No, it
Sometimes.
talks to Thrin.
Unfortunately.
It has talked to, well, maybe not Gilda. It's talked to most everybody else. Wait, Gilda hasn't not talked to you?
Don't remember. I was asleep at the time.
I think you were. Oh, you were the only person. Okay, never mind.
I honestly don't remember.
Okay, yeah. Above the table, no, it hasn't talked to you yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, no, doesn't like me, I guess.
Be thankful for that. What a bore. God.
It's like Gilda, Harriet will sort of lean over the table, and just be like, I mean, say what you want, don't say what you want. But I think you know something.
Yeah. Devils are fucking assholes. Don't trust them.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that does check out. Yeah. But let's see. See, we have heard of this Krieg name. We've heard that name. There was not too long after El Terrell showed up, while I was going to get me some chickens for dinner. There was a lemure that came out, a little demon devil thing that crawled its way out of the river Styx. Yeah, they're creepy little shits, but they don't really do anything. They're the bottom rung of the bottom rung around here, so usually they're not worth anything. But this one apparently got chosen and got turned into a bigger devil. So that checks some stuff out. So you're this guy that you've met. I don't know what his current space is, but he got himself a promotion.
Wait.
What? I'm
Yeah,
confused.
which buddy are we talking about?
Krieg.
Oh.
Krieg is dead.
Well, he died. That's true.
And then he came here.
Yeah,
Wait, didn't I
is
cut
what
off his
Desi did
head
that.
and then like it kept talking or something?
that sounds like something he would do.
Are you saying he was... let me make sure I'm piecing this together correctly.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying that Krieg died,
Mm-hmm.
crawled out of the river Styx as the mirror,
Mm-hmm.
Gross.
and then turned into a bigger devil?
Yeah, that's how promotions work down here. I kind of wish that's how they worked within the company, but ain't.
So he wanted us to kill him.
Oh
I
yeah,
think he was going to die no matter what.
yeah, probably. I mean, he does sound like a dick. Let's
How
see.
big of a devil is he?
Well, so I'm honestly trying to look up. I know I've seen this in this book somewhere. Let's see. He's big, maybe not pit fiend, not one of the biggins that you'd see, but there it is. There it is. He is Amnesu, sort of a mid-tier, middle management sort of devil. But
Can I roll an Arcana to see if I know what that is?
yeah, absolutely.
Uh, 12.
12. Okay. So yeah, with a 12, you'll know that it is sort of like middle management devil. They are, they're definitely not the most powerful devil, but it's definitely a step up from an imp,
Okay.
Cool.
So, yeah, okay. Okay. Wait a minute, you guys said that you were helping a Hell Rider before the city fell, right? I did hear that right.
Yes.
I mean, supposed Hell Rider.
Wow.
She.
She's a Hell Rider.
We have no proof she's a Hell Rider.
We have no proof she's not. She didn't give us any reason to not believe her.
True.
There.
I don't quite trust her though.
Wait. Is where's Lulu? I'll
Lulu's
point at
been,
Lulu.
yeah, Lulu's been hanging around.
I'm like, Lulu knows that Ray is a Hell Rider. Naomi, you're really not trusting of people these days. I don't understand why. Something happened to you.
We're in Avernus.
We went to Avernus.
We met Rhea before Avernus. This isn't her fault.
Silence.
Naomi, do we need to hug this out?
Nope.
And I'll like start to stand up from the table.
No.
Nope, we're good.
And I'll walk
We're
over
good.
to Naoma and I'll just envelop, like bear hug, like there's no stopping it.
Oh, it's really nice.
It is nice. And Vels will actually
Nice.
stand up and he'll hug the hug. He'll just be like, "Oh, get me in here. Get me in here. Oh, yes."
Vels knows what's up.
Oh, he likes sex too.
Yeah, was just sitting there like, please stop. You're crushing my neck.
You don't need to be shy. We're all friends here. No one's gonna judge you.
You're crushing me. You're crushing my neck.
That's
My
just
neck.
that's just the love coming in.
Crushing love.
And Harriet would be like, "Yeah, but okay, so I'm gonna assume that this person is in fact a Hell Rider."
I'll
Har-
release the hug now.
They're not exactly unknown down here in Hell. In fact, let's see. You guys want to get home. You guys want to get Elturel home.
My home
I'll say yes
is
to
there.
that part.
Okay. So, what you... I forget. You guys, yeah, during your initial monologue, Naoma, with Traxagor from last session, you mentioned the sword, yes or no?
No.
Like, okay, so it sounds like we'll call this, because this, you guys have given us a lot of great information, whether you wanted to or not. I'm going to give you guys this. There is a crypt. Okay, there are a lot of crypts down here in Hell, but there is a crypt of the Hell Riders that I think you guys would do well to visit. And before you ask, no, we have no idea where it is, or we would have visited it ourselves.
Oh, great. Thanks.
So, but if you were to say find it, and say find anything interesting, anything that you want to say fence, we're available.
I'm going to turn and look at Skelly and be like, hey, Skelly, any idea where there might be a crypt of Hell Riders nearby?
No idea.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, no idea. I mean, somewhere, sure, yeah. Like, she's right, there's crypts everywhere.
You're very helpful, Skelly.
So
How does the rest of them, everyone else in Ack Inc. react to Skelly just like suddenly talking.
Talking like a townie.
Yeah.
Traxagor looks over with just like a very academic look. He's just like, okay, yeah, animate dead. Okay, cool. Yeah. Um, not quite with like an amateur hour vibe to what he's saying, but he's just like, okay, yeah. Skeleton talks, yeah, okay. Screech just kind of like cocks his head, bird-like at it, just sizing it up, and eventually just goes back to eating. Vels ignores it entirely. Harriet sizes it up and then goes back to staring at Gilda. And Rodrigo's the only one who shows like any surprise. and he's just like, you just bring this in?
We're not going to talk about this.
Like, you just brought it
he's
in
fine.
here.
Yeah, he's fine.
No, he's cool.
He's not going to hurt anyone. The talking is fairly new, but he's not going to hurt anyone. You're not going to hurt anyone, are you, Skelly?
Not unless you say so.
Good news.
All right.
He'll just be like, fucking fine, and he like jots more shit down in his notes.
Mhm.
So somebody said something about being able to barter down here. Is that true?
Oh yeah, that's part of what we're down here for. We're here to acquire, so naturally we're here to, if anything interesting that maybe worth some money back up on the surface, we're certainly happy to do some exchanges, do some trades, outright purchases, always a thing, and send that back on up to the head office. By the way, how much do you want for the shield?
See, that's actually what I wanted to talk about.
Mhm.
Is because I want the shield. I like my shield. All of them don't
500
like
gold.
it. I don't know why, but they don't like it.
Mhm.
But your organization may really benefit from having a pit fiend on their side. So, if you guys help me release him
Mhm.
from the shield into your service, I keep the shield, you keep the pit fiend, and I want 20 gold.
Hmm.
15 gold, fine.
Hmm.
Never mind. The gold's not important. I just want to keep
The
the
haggler and Gilda is like,
Yeah,
I'm going to lean over to Traxagor and be like,
Fine, I'll pay you 10 gold.
The shield's actually fine. We just don't like the pit demon.
okay.
Fine, I'll pay 20 gold.
Jesus Christ. Okay. All right.
Worst haggler ever.
Yeah.
You're just like rapid
Well, the
fire.
silence
like,
is killing me.
Traxagor will be like, okay. I think I know what we can do here.
We've heard enough.
And he'll stand up to his giant otter, full height, about 4 feet. and he'll walk around on 2 legs, just
Oh my God, I
get
love
on
him.
over to the shield, and he'll just like knock on it and be like, "All right, so I'm assuming you heard that." Okay.
Before
cool.
you start, I actually don't have 20 gold. I'm sorry.
I think we can work something out.
Oh, thank God.
And so he'll be like, he'll look to the shield and be like, okay, so you heard that, right? Okay, cool. So, does that seem agreeable to you? Okay, cool. And you guys are hearing definitely just one side of this conversation. The shield, none of you hear the shield respond, if indeed it is responding at all. And he'll be like, okay, we're gonna need this in writing, obviously. services, immediate services rendered. Okay, yeah, okay, okay, sure. Yeah, Rodrigo, do you have the bad paper? Do you have any of that handy? And he'll and Rodrigo will stand up, go back to his desk, and he will um, file around for a second and pull out what looks like, if any of you know what this is, carbon paper. Yeah, it's just like a black sheet of shiny paper. It almost looks like it's a sheet that's already been burned, but it's still together in just one black mass. And he'll hand that over to the otter, and he'll be like, "All right, so this is pretty standard terms. We free you. No immediate services rendered, but we do reserve the right to summon you at any time for the appropriate deeds and actions to any plane. Um, this here and this here, standard retainer down here. Just go ahead and sign on the dotted line, and you guys can't see any. There's no writing that you can see on this paper."
I'll sort of not understanding what's happening. I'll walk over and like offer to like pick up the shield and help it.
Oh yeah, no, it's actually super handy. So
He doesn't have hands.
yep.
I'm just like holding the shield and the paper and like, now kiss.
And yeah, and so you hold the shield up to the paper,
Yeah.
and you'll hold it there for a sec, and Traxagor will then pull the paper away, and in fiery script, in Infernal, there will be a signature at the bottom.
I'll look at the rest and be like, see how cool is that?
And Traxagor then looks at you, Thranton, is like, "You're going to need to bring that outside for this next piece. We're not doing it in here."
That makes sense, yeah.
Is this happening?
Wait, what is?
Oh, I'm going to free the pit demon.
You do it?
They're freeing the pit demon right now.
We're going to
as we eat dinner.
pop him right out of there.
Oh, we're done with dinner. We've been done with dinner for a while.
Yeah. I draw my swords.
Oh.
Same.
It's like, okay. All right, yeah, it's up to you. Up to you guys if you want to do that. I mean, we'll say this contract is within the bonds of the corporation Acquisitions Incorporated, does not actually extend any rights or protections to non-employees. I do feel like I should put that out.
That'll be
I'm
fine.
gonna stay inside.
Yeah, same. I'll just keep eating my chicken.
Okay. So he will. So Traxagor will head outside. So actually Traxagor, Vels, and Harriet will all go outside. Rodrigo stays inside, and you see him take the contract, file that in a different folder, and give that a nice seal and sign it and do all sorts of legal looking shit to it, and file that away into the desk. That looks like it's going to take him about 10 minutes to do. So he's being super thorough. Screech just still sits eating. Doesn't really seem to take any notice of what is occurring right now at all. So if anyone would like to go outside, you certainly can. It's totally up to you guys. Otherwise, there you can sort of watch from a window.
I'm gonna go outside.
I'm gonna send my echo outside.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Yeah,
smart.
wait, all three of us are just like peeking out the window.
Yeah. Trying to feign ignorant or feign disinterest, but also like looking out the window.
Yeah.
I'm 100% just out there like casually carrying it. I don't care. Like I'm convinced beyond convincing that even though this protection only is afforded to Acquisition Inc. members, that I will be 100% fine.
We're
Nothing could go
buddies.
wrong.
Okay.
We've been friends for so long.
So long.
How could you do this to me?
And so he will go. Traxcore will go outside. Thran will go outside. Malefic Kisses Echo will go outside. And then, yeah, the three members of ACK Inc. that are going out. And Traxcore will go and he'll sort of be like, all right, yeah, just go ahead, set the shield down right here in the middle. It's all good. Right there is perfect. And, okay. And you set the shield down, and he'll go and he'll inscribe a circle in the toenail dirt of Avernus. And he'll take like a bunch of like powder. He'll take like a bunch of vials and shit out of pouches and in pockets in his clothes, and he'll be like sprinkling these silvery and irony looking powders around inside the circle. And he'll take out a vial of actually what appears to be holy water, and he'll sprinkle that around in the circle as well, around the edges, and he'll just be like, okay, see if that circle's big enough. I bet it's gonna be. And he will go ahead and touch the shield and utter an incantation. And he'll step away, and then the shield will just start vibrating on the surface of the dirt. And it vibrates faster and faster and faster until it kind of just makes like a gong sound and goes silent and stops moving. And out of it will come, just sort of rising up out of the middle of the face of the devil, just sort of almost like the shield is stretching, like the embossed face that was on the front is like stretching and growing upward until, standing with its feet really close together in this circle, is a full-on winged pit fiend. And he'll look around at the assembled party, look at Thranton, look at Traxagore, look around.
I'll wave at him like Forrest Gump and be like,
I'm gonna through the window. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Thranton.
And he'll, in his full Balrogy glory, he'll be like, thank you so much, both you, my elephant friend, and you, my new otter master.
at the word friend, I'm gonna look back at the window and be like,
It's like, so I've signed the pact. I know you and your corporation have signed the pact. Y'all need anything from me right now? Or can I go and make the most of this new freedom that I've got?
Before anybody else can say anything, I'm gonna be like, I need a hug. And I'm gonna go walk straight up to the pit fiend, and I presume he's pretty big, so I'm just gonna like hug his leg.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Making this pit fiend into a pit friend.
Yeah,
and,
he's been my friend.
And he'll kind of just like, yeah, he's like a good 15 feet tall, without the wings being spread. And he'll sort of, and you'll hug his leg, and he'll put a great red clawed hand on one of your shoulders, and be like, I'll remember you
I want to be brave for a second, and I will go outside. I'll be like, I actually have a question, if that's cool.
Now that I see you're here, sir.
Actually,
Now that I know this wasn't all bullshit. Let's be like, yes.
I heard that Belle put you in there. Why?
Well, you try and overthrow one Duke of Hell.
See, trying to help.
He
He's
tend to-
trying to
I
overthrow the
think I've
Duke
heard
of Hell.
enough.
He's a good guy.
He gets a little mad. I'm not saying he's still on my shit list, because I know I'm still on his for sure. But, yeah. If you ever want to overthrow an Archduke of the Nine Hells, maybe plan a little bit more than 100 years like I did.
That's all I wanted to know. I was just curious. Thank
Sounds
you.
like good advice.
Yeah.
What about 5 days?
And then he'll look at Traxigor and be like, "So am I good to go?" Traxigor will be like, "Yeah, well, our people will call you."
Welcome to the company. Here's your pager.
and
Free lunch on Saturdays.
and you'll see that the ring that was around the shield will like pop and fizzle like a really shitty firecracker. and this pit fiend will stretch his wings out, give a good flex, and be like, "By the way, don't get speared by any adamantium rods." And he'll flap his wings, and one good blast downward, he'll just shoot off into the sky.
Could I hear
Why?
that from inside? That
Oh.
last part.
Oh yeah, he's not quiet.
That sounded oddly specific.
What,
As,
What
Did,
as-
didn't it?
what did he mean by adamantium rods? What?
They must be sharp.
And
Yeah, rod's made out of
I'm sharp.
adamantium, I think.
and Harriet is just staring at you, Gilda, still. Like in the door. It's like very, very interesting.
I'll walk over towards the shield with a single elephant tear, and I'll pick up the shield and I'll say, "All right, is this finally resolved now?"
Probably not, but good enough.
Almost. What I need you to do is turn that frown upside down and accept me as your new lord. Yeah.
No. And I'll just walk over towards Naoma, and I'll be like, "All right, we good now?"
Naomo will look at the shield, look back up at Thranton, look at the shield again, and then just like give Thranton a hug and be like, "Yep, we're good."
Aw.
Aw.
I didn't get a hug.
I'll
Just
hug Mo
give-
with a kiss.
Oh, can I just climb up on Thranton and sit on his shoulders and pat him on the head?
No.
All right. This is worth a try.
It's just like, what are you doing?
I just thought we would be friends.
Well, I will give you a high five because you didn't immediately attack the pit fiend.
I immediately slap your hand as soon as it goes up.
Yeah, that was some pretty good restraint there, Clyde. I fully expected you to attack it.
Well, they made a
Same.
deal.
Okay. All right.
I am going to, like, as we all filter back inside, I'll sort of hang back and I'll like tap the shield a couple times and be like, you still in there?
Nothing.
I don't think it's still there. Which is good.
I'd be really concerned if it was. Because if something else was
Just
just like,
kidding.
hey, it's me now, I'd be like, oh no.
If you keep
No.
talking to that shield, we're going to be real concerned.
I didn't talk to it. I didn't. Not that anybody could see. It's very casual.
And so as you guys all go back inside, Traxagor will walk over to Screech, and they'll sort of like Screech, real quick, just I got to run some numbers by you. And they kind of heads together, confer for a sec.
Do I hear them say the word numbers?
Yes. Yep.
I'll say again. I'm sorry. I don't have as much gold as I thought I did.
No, it's just like Traxagor will hold up a paw and just be like, one sec. And they'll heads together real quiet and just be like, and Traxagor will look at everybody. It's like, okay, so here's the deal. For exchanging the services of one full pit fiend, we are ready. I think we're ready to tell you absolutely everything we know about freeing El Terrell.
Cool.
Cool. How do we do it?
I did it. I'll just start saying, I did it. I did it.
The exchange rate on that is it's pretty good. It's pretty good right now in this current market, in this economy.
So since what I gave you guys was just so valuable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm looking for something a little specific, and you guys might have it. I'm looking for two rings.
What kind?
Like just rings.
Like,
just rings.
Like
it's just hard to find things down here. I can't go to the store. I was looking for a couple of rings.
Like magic rings, just
no. They don't have to be. I mean, if they were, that'd be great. But no, I just need a couple of rings.
Okay.
Finger rings?
Yeah.
Oh, could be like belt rings. Gotta be specific.
Earrings.
Nope,
Earrings.
finger rings.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Because we got some. There's no easy way to put it. Butt rings.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. And Screech will like reach into a pouch or a pocket, and he'll feel around with his feathered hands for a minute, and just be like, yep, this one right here. And he'll pull out a pair of silver rings, no gems or anything, but just 2 silver rings.
Those are perfect.
And I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Cool, thank you.
I'm sorry. What are? You know what? I don't want to know.
I kind
I
of
do.
though.
What's a butt ring?
What?
All right, so it's usually for a piercing, a very particular kind of piercing, where it's usually the current fashion.
You pierce your butt cheek?
Both of them.
At the same time?
Together.
Together?
Yeah.
Oh, no thanks.
Yeah, the current fashion is one on the top, one on the bottom. You know, one up near the base, and the other kind of down near the. Let's see, what's the word? Taint.
That shit's weird.
Near the action park.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it. Fashion's weird.
It is, especially in Avernus.
I'm not saying it's not.
Yeah, is this an Avernus specific thing, or was this also like a thing on Faerun?
Because I'm going to look at people totally different
Well,
if it was.
Just wondering.
we found it on a body. Yeah, we found this pair on a body that I think they came from Chult. So that's that's back, not the continent of Faerun, but yeah, that's the Forgotten Realms. That's the prime material. Yeah.
What? How do you sit? Anyway.
Great.
Yeah, so Eltrell, how do we save that?
So, and Traxagor will be like, so it's been a working theory for a while because we've heard of similar things. Like, we think that the orb above the city is actually a container for something. We don't know what, to be fair, but we think that it is a container, a locked sphere, so that, and if something has a lock, that means that it has a key. So we think that somewhere, and because the place got yoinked down here in Avernus, we think that that key is definitely either here or linked here in some way. If you could find that key and open up that orb, that may have enough power in it to get the city up, to reverse its, plummet. The chains are a different story. But good news, we have seen that. We haven't seen a city get freed. We haven't been down here that long, but we have seen broken chains. I think you passed one on the way in.
Yeah, we did.
So the chains can be broken by something, something powerful enough for I don't know what, but that's good news. It's not impossible.
Pit Fiend?
Yeah, Pit Fiend maybe. Something strong, something powerful. Like Pit Fiends are pretty strong. So maybe. But so I think those two things, if you unlock the orb and break the chains, I think that'll do the trick. And
All I gotta do is go hack away at a chain. Great.
and I know Harry had mentioned it, but yeah, I honestly think this Crypt of the Hell Riders that we've heard about is the place to go. But she wasn't lying. Harriet doesn't lie. We don't know where it is. But we think that our contact up at the obelisk, he's been down here a while.
Road trip.
So yeah, we got a ways to go to potentially do that. I'd also like to ask. So this is the first place that we've seen that, like we saw Mad Maggie and she was fine, but
Yeah, she's
this
great.
is the first place we've seen that isn't insane. Are you guys okay if we use this as sort of like a base of operations, like a place to come back to and place to regroup and maybe chat with you guys about things as things happen?
No, I mean, we're not exactly a
5
bed.
gold.
We're not a. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Crap, I gotta give him 5 gold now.
Yep. And yeah, at that, Screech will hold out a feathered hand. Like for tonight. We'll start tonight.
Oh, crap. Well, all right.
Worst.
I'll look at the rest of the group and be like, well, that's all the cash I had. Not like it's getting me very far down here, but it's fine.
It's like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we are. It's pretty much just us and the Wandering Emporium. That's really it as far as being safe down here. Um, so yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of nice catching up on with mortal matters, and I get to chat with the other secretarians in the network, and we get documents and orders and stuff all the time, but like actually talking to mortals who are not devils,
Mm,
it's a nice treat. It's a nice treat.
you're
Well,
welcome.
it was nice to see some mortals who are also not devils,
Hmm.
or hags, or crazy fae creatures.
Yeah, yeah. There's
That we know of.
there's a fair amount of that. There is. Yeah, there's a lot.
That we know of? What does that mean?
I don't know. They could be fake creatures. You don't know.
Oh, yeah, I was talking
He's an
about
otter.
the murderous red cap things. It's true.
Yeah, I love those little guys. They're fun.
What little guys?
The red caps. Mad caps are a little much, but the red caps are fun.
I think they're fun.
Yeah.
They're little assholes, but they're fun.
It's the charm.
So we have established that we need to go find this guy who is in a stone circle, literally as far away as he could possibly be.
More or less, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Good
Seems about
news
right.
is, and he'll like look at the map that Screech has out on the table. Good news is, you really only need to cross the sticks once.
That is good
Yeah,
news.
that's great. Great
So-
news.
So, about that,
Yeah.
do you know where we could cross the sticks? And there was this place that we were supposed to go to. That's where devils go to die, I think.
Oh, the Demon Zapper. Yeah, that's a neat place. Fucked up,
Is
but
there
neat.
any benefit in us going there?
I mean, if you want to see a demon get zapped, that's the place. It's run
Okay.
by
I'm here for it.
some crazy folk, but yeah, it's a place you could visit for sure. That
What
is-
brand of crazy folk is this?
Oh, not a genie, like it's a djinn, a Dao. I think it was. Yeah,
A genie.
she's mean, but she
Mm.
powers a demon zapper with unicorns. It's really a sight to see. But yeah. But
Well, now I
that
have to
Okay.
see this. I have to see this. This sounds insane.
Unicorn powered demon zapper.
the good news is
Oh
the last we checked, that was actually on the way, sort of. It's you see this never be a weatherman. You see this this glowing yellowy spiky thing here? That'd be the demon zapper on the map.
Oh, so we're going right by it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you got to go from down this area up to the obelisks, then
Just go
Look
right
at
by
that. Accidentally optimal pathing.
it. Look at us.
I mean, as long as it doesn't move. But yeah.
Wait.
It moves.
We're all, what?
Oh yeah, no, shit moves down here all the time. Like, I'm sure you've noticed time is more or less irrelevant. Distance is also sometimes irrelevant. This is why Frank, our cartographer, went insane. Try and make a fucking distance measure where distance and time don't matter.
Mm.
She couldn't do. Just it. Bless her heart, she tried,
Huh.
but
Hmm.
So,
Well.
what if, in our time down here, what if everyone on Elturel's already been killed by devils?
That's a risk, to be fair. Hope you left them someplace safe and hopefully holy. That'll buy him as much time as I can. But
We sure did.
no, it's good. It's good.
Can we see El Terrell from here?
Let's see.
The
Yeah,
sky,
that
right?
was yes. You guys can, because this place is just there isn't a curvature to this place, like as though it were a sphere, like the actual
Earth.
Earth. Because this isn't Earth.
Flat Earth confirmed.
No. Flat hell confirmed.
Oh.
That's the thing. Earth is still a nice round spheroid.
So you want me to believe that there's a round sphere and then inside it a sheet of paper?
Yep.
Get out of here.
Yep.
Get out of
That's
here.
Yep.
crazy.
No, you can come up from the bottom side, and it sucks worse.
Why didn't we come that way?
What were we thinking?
But yeah, if you guys go outside the cabin, or actually look out the northern window from where you guys are, you can see El Terrell still chained in the distance above the river.
Does it look like it? How much lower in the sky has it gotten?
Well, let's see. Go ahead and give me a survival check. Try and do that trigonometry.
21.
21. All right. So you're looking at it. It is definitely, based on your rough calculations, it's definitely lower than when you left it. But as it's been a couple of days down here, in your experience, it doesn't seem as low as it could be. So it's still inevitably being drawn into the river, but it hasn't, there's still sky underneath it.
But time and distance are irrelevant.
Yep. Sometimes that works out. Sometimes something that's only going to take, that you think might take a week, only takes a couple days. Sometimes a trip of an hour takes 2 days. Like Harriet, one time she went to go get some chickens. She was gone for a fucking week. She thought she was out for like 3 hours. It was great.
Okay.
Wouldn't you guys have starved?
No, we got other food. We just ran out of chicken.
Oh,
Follow-up question.
Mm-hmm.
Does the space and time only stretch across along the ground, or does height change as well?
I've never tried, to be honest.
Do mountains get taller or shorter?
What?
Or people.
Well, if the distance from here to the river can change.
Are we talking about the height of your lion friends?
Inadvertently, yes. But I was thinking, Mount Doom, or whatever that big mountain over there is.
Or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, Bell's Forge. Yeah. Hill
Yeah.
Point on the. It's this boy up here on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know how you just said the distance from here to the river can change, basically?
Yeah.
Can the distance from the bottom of Bell's Forge to the top of Bell's Forge change?
Well, it is a volcano, so even disregarding how fucked up physics is down here, yes.
Well, when it doesn't explode.
When it doesn't explode, no, I think that's the one constant up here. The altitude of what I'm gonna academically call the ceiling of Avernus generally seems to stay about the same distance up. Though that said, Screech tried to fly up there once to touch it, couldn't make it. Never seemed to get closer.
I guess what I'm worried about is that it looks like we have some time. We still have some time before El Terrell is pulled all the way down to the surface, but if distance can change, Will it come down faster?
Potentially. Yeah,
That's bad.
the worst could absolutely happen. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like we got no way of knowing. That city could get schlepped down right into the river in about 5 minutes for all we know.
We need to go.
I mean, it's up to you guys. You guys paid for the night, so you know it's up to you. But yeah.
I mean, technically, Franton paid for the night, so.
Not wrong.
But I think before we talk about the dilation of space and time anymore, I think now's a good spot for us to take a break. And we will be back in a few minutes and to see what the party does next. So be right back. Hello, and we're back. Thank you for being back with us. So to sum up, the party had dinner. They learned a possible way to save Elturel, and they freed a pit fiend from Thranton's shield. NBD.
Shield okay now.
I'm sure it's fine.
So you're back inside. Screech and Rodrigo are sort of cleaning up after dinner, rearranging the furniture back the way it was, putting away all the plates and stuff. And what would you guys like to do now? You have paid up for a stay at the cabin, as it were. If you guys want to take a rest, you can certainly do that. If you'd like to set out for the obelisk now, also fair game. If you want to do both, my God, this is D&D. You could do that.
Split the party by unknown number of days.
We just put the party back together. I would say we probably take a rest before we go anywhere. Wait, do we need it? I don't know if we need it.
I
don't
need it. I need it. Just 4 hours.
All right.
I mean, how long have we been awake? Huh?
Seemingly like a day at this point because we were traveling forever.
Yeah, that checks out. You're not exhausted yet, but yeah, you have been awake for a good while, with the exception of Gilda.
I'm good.
Yeah, I think we could probably. I think taking a rest here would be pretty good. At least it's a safe place.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to worry about getting attacked by giant murder hornets while we're sleeping.
We should make sure of that. Will we get attacked by giant murder hornets if we stay here?
No, we the dome, the invisible, the barrier of invisibility. There we go. That you guys came through generally keeps most things out. Keeps hell wasps from exploring the place. They just see an empty bit of desert. They don't really see much need to come over. And if something does come through, the walls are pretty sturdy. They're warded. It should be fine. At least from that sort of stuff.
Then I am happy.
Asleep.
Yeah, I guess we can
I still
do this.
sleepily.
All right, yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and take a sleep, Vels will be like, oh yeah, let me show you to the guest room. And he will just sort of reach up with his tall ass frame and long arms and reach up into a pull ring mounted in the ceiling and pull that down to reveal a set of like attic stairs.
Ooh,
Like, yeah,
it's magic.
there's plenty of room up there if you don't want to like sleep in the doorway.
I'll climb up the stairs.
It's up to you guys. Up to you where you want to sleep. The beds are spoken for unless you've made prior arrangements. At least down here on this floor anyway. Fair game upstairs.
I'll make my way upstairs. I'll have Skelly stay out by the car and keep watch.
Okay.
Are these stairs or is it a ladder?
It's that sort of half and half. Those like you pull down an attic set of stairs and they sort of unfold.
Okay. I'm gonna look at it and just shake my head, and I'm just gonna go find a corner to lay down in.
Okay. Fair game.
Yeah, I don't want to snap somebody's fragile stairway.
I'll make my way up towards the attic, but before I do, I will stop over by where Thranton is and I will give him a small sack of there's small metal things in there. It feels like coin, and I say, "Thank you for fronting the money for our stay here. The Kingdom of Fangbridge thanks you."
You're welcome, and it's good that you're here. Also, hold on, and I'll rustle around, and I will give Maleficus one of those 2 rings that I got, and I'll be like, "Here you go."
Oh, thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
my
no
loyal
problem.
subject.
I don't know about that part, but
The kingdom appreciates this gift as well.
awesome. And then I'll like look inside. I'll look in the bag. What's in the bag?
It is 5 pieces of coin from Bankbridge, and based on what you've seen, they are now worthless.
I will not make a big deal of it. I'll just go, great, and I'll pop it in my pocket.
Just have a bunch of Fangbridgian money that
Doesn't exist anymore.
So the thing about Bankbridgian money is that like it's not even worth its weight in metal because it's not even pure copper. It's just a metal, and its time it had a value, but probably not so much now.
Oh, so it's like the penny. It's not even worth the copper it's made out of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it had a value back when it was backed by,
The full faith and credit of the Fangbridgian crown. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Anybody?
I would give you a pat on the head if I could, but I can't reach, so I reach up to your shoulder probably, give you a pat on the shoulder, and then head up to the attic.
To the sleeps.
To the sleeps. Okay. Cool.
Anybody
I'll just go
else
up the
got anything?
stairs.
Okay.
I'll just go find a corner and just kind of sit and start meditating.
Cool.
I will make another elixir because I haven't done that today.
That's what we got this time.
Let's see.
Come on, potion of flight.
I don't think that's an option, unfortunately. I rolled a 3.
We're in the attic.
Resilience.
Hmm.
+1 to AC for 10 minutes.
That's pretty all right.
Pretty all right.
That's pretty okay. Especially for most of this party.
I will, before going to bed, I'm going to cast Animate Dead to maintain control of Skelly.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will go sit down next to Maleficus and just take out my comb and start trying to comb the mane again. And get that, but only what's sticking out from the bottom of the helmet. Because that's all I can get to.
You can see that this is helping, and the mane very much needs that. But Maleficus doesn't seem to notice you're there.
I'm just gonna keep going. As you're walking around, I'm just following behind you.
I start to get an area ready to sleep. ready for sleep, and I put my bedroll down. I kind of I have a West Wing hallway shot style conversation with my Echo. Just talking about the day's events, just I think that shield, that there's another lord out there. He's gonna come back and he's gonna try to be important, and we can't let him do that.
What's wrong with this person?
Yeah, I'm just quietly following behind, just yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Terrible.
How they get you?
Just imagining that West Wing shot of 2 people walking at the camera. There's just someone behind them, combing their hair, walking with them.
It's perfect.
Man. All right.
If you look over at the Echo while you're doing this, the mane on the Echo is also straightening out. Getting
But only at the
untangled.
bottom.
Yeah. You don't see the brush interact with it, but you do see the the hair actually being acted on.
Adorable.
So adorable. Everybody good for the evening?
Yep, I'm already
Good.
meditating.
Pretty happy. All right. So yeah, you are able to spend the full long rest without any incident. Nice and safe in the attic or in the corner, that sort of situation. And in the morning, Thran is obviously the first one to see anything, but yeah, you see the various members of Acquisitions Incorporated all kind of get up at different times. Like Harriet, the elf, needing the same amount of sleep that Clyde does. Obviously up nice and bright and early. So Clyde, you'd probably be the first one up if you wanted to do anything around the place.
I will go up to Harriet and just ask. You know, I never did get the name of your clan yesterday. What clan are you from?
I forget. You said that you were Shadowleaf was your situation? Okay. Let's see. Well, I honestly forgot to make one up, so let's do that right now.
I know what that's like.
Aha. Fantasy name generator.
Ghost tree.
You bet I'm gonna do it.
That's our sponsor.
This week's sponsor is.
This week's sponsor is Golem Names. Oh, these are all these won't work. Yeah, I am yeah, I like Ghost Tree, actually. We're gonna go with that. Yeah. She's like, yeah, I'm from Clan Ghost Tree. Not too different from yours, really, from what I've heard.
Cool.
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
Oh, murder mostly.
Oh.
Yeah. Spying. Really like pretty like she'll describe a pretty classic ninja village situation, like right out of a kung fu movie, like a bad one, one that like bothered to put ninjas, a Japanese thing, in a kung fu movie.
Kung fu movie.
So
yeah.
But she'll like, oh yeah, our family, our clan has hired ourselves out for generations to anybody who needs an extra pair of eyes in the dark or a knife in the back. Really made my application here really, really solid.
Are you still with your clan, or did you leave your clan?
Oh, it's been a bit since I've been back, but yeah, I haven't been lost or exiled or anything like that. Keep in touch every once in a while. Get the odd letter every decade or so. Yeah, that's nothing to us.
Decade? How long have you been down here?
20 years? I mean, I did other stuff before this. I worked at other branches, doing odd jobs, but you know, I've been down here in Avernus about 20 years.
Oh. Did you What? Okay. Never mind. When did you start killing demons and devils?
That was probably about a century ago. I think I killed my first devil. It was up on the surface. Someone summoned it. And, you know, they just don't belong up there, so did what had to be done.
Oh. That's around the time that my clan started hunting devils. So I wonder if there was a connection.
It's quite possible. Like, it's not something that my family did regularly, but
Hmm.
I have heard stories about the Shadow Leaves.
Good
Good
ones?
Usually, yes. Very good. I mean, there is a reason why your village was wiped out by those who worship the forces of evil.
Yeah. Makes
That-
sense. It was kind of the focus of our village. We didn't really kill too many normal living people the last, I would say, 400 years or so.
Hmm. And, I mean, unfortunate how it ended, but from what I hear, it was all good work.
Thank you. I think they trained me well in their, the family arts. It's art.
She'll like, I think I've got about a week of vacation saved up. You ever thought about maybe perpetuating the Shadow Leaf name?
What do you mean?
Well, I have a week of vacation, time that you're on top of being paid, where you don't have to work, and you
Okay.
can, take the time to yourself or others.
Okay. What does that have to do with my name?
Hmm. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Tell you what, if you make it out of this place, look me up,
Okay.
and we'll go from there.
Where are we going to go?
Well, I mean, I know some nice places. Schultz really nice this time of year, I think. What time of year is it? It might suck this time of year. We'll figure that out later.
Okay. Okay. I mean, if you say so.
And after about
Never-
4 more hours of you two staring at each other,
Never underestimate Clyde's ability to completely misread a situation.
I love it. It's great.
Impressive.
Other people will start waking up in turns.
I'm a fitful sleeper, so I've woken up a few times and I've noticed them just standing there like that. I'm just like, what the? I'm just going back to sleep. Then I wake up again. I'm like, wow, they're still there.
Still there.
What's happening?
I'm basically just standing and meditating while waiting for her to continue talking.
And she ends up doing the same thing. She's just kind of like, just both just zoned out staring.
Just come down and see them like the like. Are they
Why
dead?
elves? Elves are so weird.
Should I?
Oh, hey, Gilda.
Jesus. I was going to poke you.
And I just turned to you. Hey.
So
Okay, you're alive. And I walk away.
Good morning, I think.
Good. Yeah, I don't even know what time it is.
And then I'll start just like asking Gilda as you're like doing your morning thing. Be like, have you ever heard of this thing called vacation?
No.
Oh.
Why?
Well,
I mean, yeah, I've heard of vacation, but I've never had one. Why?
Harriet was telling me something about it. Like having like a week or something where they don't have to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and something about my last name.
Something about your last name? You have a last name?
Yeah. Do you?
Yes. You literally went to my store with my last name on it.
What's your last name?
Ames.
Oh, right.
Worth noting that on our character sheets, which you may be able to see with the D&D Beyond extension, only 2 characters in this party have last names written down.
Yeah. Gilda didn't have a last name until I started playing.
I get that. I've had characters that didn't have names before I start playing, period.
Yeah, so
Anyway, that's me in the morning.
Yeah, as you guys are talking about, is it morning? Like, Traxigor will come out, like, brushing his teeth. And be like, yeah, we tried to keep track, but we just gave up.
fair. That's totally fair.
And the various members, like, they'll start, like, it seems like they don't have, like, a solid breakfast routine, because no one seems to be up at the same time. So the various members will wake up, they might go over to the kitchen area and get, like, a piece of bread or a fruit or something. Just a potato. Like, Vels just eats a potato. And they just sort of go about doing their various tasks for the day. And it's weird because, like, they all seem to be doing something. Like, Rodrigo is writing. Traxigor keeps, like, having really short conversations into a sending stone. But, like, none of them actually seem to be working, really. This sort of, like, they seem to be masters of busy work.
Naoma finally comes downstairs, like yawning and stretching, and like her hair is just like half like shoved up on one side, like super case of bedhead.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, oh, morning, everyone.
And a bunch of like 5 boys just be like, hey.
Hmm. What's the game plan? What's to eat? I'm starving.
That. I just went
I've
to, like,
been
no potatoes.
hanging out in the kitchen, like chefing it up and making some decent food. Because after last night's, like, the chicken was perfection,
Mhm.
but everything else was kind of bland and boring. So I'm trying to whip up breakfast for people.
Okay. Yeah, what would you like to try and make?
Well, I'm hoping that they have some. So we said they have potatoes, and I imagine they probably have some kind of onions. So, like a hash type of thing, and then whatever meat I can find to go with it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely have the most of the makings of a pretty basic hash. And as far as meat, there seems to just be like leftover. There's still like bits of the abyssal chicken, you know, here and there. Um, there is, and they have sort of an icebox situation. Um, wouldn't really call it a full fridge, but there is like some sort of it could be a roast, but it's not the right color.
Yeah, I'm not going to mess with anything that I don't know what it is, or at least have a very strong suspicion of what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with that you're able to make with what you're able to scrape up around and whatever you have on your chefly person, you're able to make honestly a pretty solid breakfast. And Screech will come over and he'll definitely like scoop a plate up and like go at it and get it in his beak, and he'll be like, yeah, that's yeah, you know your shit, man.
And also, like, when we come back, I can teach you guys some more. We just got to try and, handle some stuff.
Yeah, you probably do. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll walk in and just help myself to whatever Thranton is making once it's ready. And then
When
Same.
Naoma walks by, I'll like very like casually, but just something we do every day. I'll like try and fix Naoma's hair. Just be like, oh God, come on, Naoma.
yeah, sorry, I hadn't gotten to that yet.
It's freaking adorable.
Everyone checking on each other's hair.
That's what we're about, man.
This is what the people want.
That's what I want.
Gilda just wakes up and she's like, meh.
Done.
Done.
Gilda's hair looks better after a night of bedhead.
Woke up like this.
I woke up like this.
All right. So after a bit, Traxagor will be like, all right, so yeah, I remember before someone mentioned something about crossing a river. I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had mentioned it. We're gonna need to cross the river, and I know that the bridges, I think, move.
Yeah, they can.
And
Yeah.
it'd be preferable if we didn't have to try to track one down.
Well, the good news is the bridges do move. But the good news is they do move generally to particular spots. The bad news is they usually move to where a watchtower is. And usually those watchtowers are garrisoned.
How many?
How many watchtowers?
How many devils, demons in the garrison?
Oh, well, let's see. Rodrigo, how much is a standard Stygian garrison? And he'll, like, over at his desk, he'll flip through a couple papers and just be like, well, there's usually an Amnizu commander, a Chain Devil subcommander, 10 bearded devils, with an equal number of hellhounds, and 2 spine devils, usually. And then he'll just go back to doing his shit. And it's like, so if the full garrison is there, that, they're watchtowers. They're not meant to be snuck by, really. Especially if you have a tormentor roaring through. There are thinner spots of the river where you might be able to jump it. That's a thought.
Jump it, you say?
Yeah. That's like we've done it with the Devil's Ride with the bike. We don't have anything as big as a tormentor, so we don't know how that'll fly really. But this is a thought. You could. There's also, if you want to risk the bridge. The devils are usually in the tower. So, if you're going fast enough, you might be able to just blast by. Maybe.
I don't particularly like the idea of trying to jump something in the tormentor. Based on our previous experiences with it, I'm not confident in our abilities.
I don't think the shocks would hold up to that. And I just say that not knowing what a shock is. instinctively say it.
I mean, if I had time, I could try to figure out some sort of glidey thing. Maybe. Like little, not wings, but I'm not sure what would carry that vehicle.
Screech will pipe up and be like, actually, I don't know. You might be onto something with wings. You might be onto something with that. I mean,
Wait, we have wasp wings.
yeah, speaking from experience, wings are usually pretty sick. And he'll be like, yeah, I did see, I don't know. I saw you guys get pretty acrobatic with that car, out in the wastes, and yeah, you do
Not
have
intentional.
wings strapped to the back. Like, could work. Could work. You get a good little ramp, and then we can maybe get a little boost, and maybe.
You know, I'm gonna let you all figure this out. I'm gonna head outside and see if Skelly's seen anything. And then Naoma just leaves and heads outside.
Not my problem.
Okay. Anybody else want to talk inside, or shall we go and see what Naoma's up to?
I would like to roll out of bed.
Yeah, I'm just cooking still.
I make an appearance downstairs.
And
I
what?
smell food.
And what an appearance!
An amazing appearance. All of the brushing that Naoma did last night has been undone. The mane is in knots again, but the helmet is on, and I am looking proud. I say, where's breakfast?
Over there.
Yeah, I'll just sort of like give you that kitchen area where I am, where I do the thing, where I always cook.
Excellent.
Wow, solid.
Just looking proud but sleepy eyed. I'll go into the kitchen and start to peruse the food. My echo also, beside me, I help my echo also select foods, but the paws just go through the things. But there's clearly a game of house going on here, and in my mind, I am providing for my son.
Okay. All right. Well, outside, Skelly is just standing on the hood of the Tormentor.
Morning, Skelly. You see anything alarming out here while we were sleeping?
Nope.
Perfect. That's it.
Sure. Okay. All right. Well, Gilda, did you actually want to attempt to modify the car in any way?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So,
I'll try and tinker and kind of maneuver those wings, maybe some fabric to make it sturdier. So I'm thinking like ones that kind of, so they like go into the vehicle, and then when we're ready to jump it, they'll pop out kind of thing.
I like this artistic vision. So, let's see. So,
maybe an aerodynamic fin or something.
no, this is good. This is all good. Yeah, what I'll have you do. Let's see. Tinker's tools. Yeah, well, I'll have you do, because, yeah, you have the tool for the job. And there isn't really, like, mechanics tools in D&D. Like,
Well, I can use my right tool for the job.
mhm.
It requires 1 hour of uninterrupted work. Though the product of magic, the tools are non-magical and they vanish when you use this feature again. So, yeah,
Okay.
I can magically create the tools that I need.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so you set to making up, a good standard mechanics toolbox, like a bunch of wrenches and cutters and hammers and shit. And you get all that made up, and you start to work on the car. What I'd like is we'll do a couple of checks here. Go ahead. Yeah, what I'll have you make a sleight of hand intelligence check. So what that means is you can use your intelligence modifier and your proficiency bonus as though you were proficient in the skill because you got the right tools. And go ahead and make that check for me to see how well the process starts.
So, do I do sleight of hand or do I use intelligence?
Yeah, well, the way it'll be is, you'll do sleight of hand, but you can basically do it at a +5. Because you're applying different attributes to the same skill.
Okay, gotcha. 9, 14.
14. Okay. So yeah, so you start off pretty good. You get the wings unattached from the back of the car. You start to get them mounted onto the body of the car so that they do have a nice pivot to them. So that they can be locked out of the way. Go ahead and give me a second one of those checks.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Ooh, nice. Okay. So with that, when you start adding the fabric layers that you were talking about to sort of expand the surface area of the wings, that actually goes beautifully. You get it like nice and firmly attached to the root of the trailing edge of the wasp wings. You get that attached back to the car, so you have a pretty good airfoil going on there. And now I would like you to make me a third check to rig up the actual triggering mechanism from inside the car.
Ah. 11.
Okay. So you managed to rig up a system of, rods and levers so you can actually snap the wings in and out from inside. With the 11, though, what that means is you don't label the levers in any way, and they're not set up in a fashion that is ergonomic or intuitive.
Sounds about right.
It's...
But I probably know.
Oh yeah, you know
you
know exactly how it works. But everybody else is probably going to take like a good 5 minutes of instruction to do in the right order.
The levers are like spread out amongst the seats, so like everyone has to do
you
something.
Pull this one, and then you hold this button down, and then you toggle this thing here, and then you put it up again.
Yeah, but don't hit the switch first.
No, you gotta hit this one last.
Yeah.
It does what needs doing, but the user experience is a little wanting.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Yeah, if you hit this one first, it actually just ejects all of the wings, and then we have to start from scratch.
This one will eject all of us out of our seats. I don't know why I added that, but it seemed like a good idea.
Gilda is creating job security. She's a valued member of the team, and she will remain that way. Gosh darn it. No matter what.
Okay. So after a few hours work, anybody who goes outside sees that the Tormentor now has a very lovely fashion set of expanded dragonfly glider wings, or wasp glider wings on the sides of the car, and they can be like Gilda will like reach in, manipulate what seems like too many levers, and they'll fold in and snap out, and it looks pretty good. Kind of make
This one
him
sticks. You gotta.
the skelly, face down in his usual position. This car is starting to look pretty badass.
Pretty awesome.
While Gilda has been working on it, I was outside. As soon as she came outside and started working on it, I went inside and then just like haven't talked about it to anyone. I've been like purposely avoiding the question.
All right. So yeah, it's up to you guys now if you want to try and head out, and if you want to try and use these wings or deal with a watchtower. If you guys want to
Well, I
spend
think
another day here, that's cool too.
I think we made the wings. We might as well use them. If it didn't look cool, it didn't matter.
I mean, if anything, it just looks really cool. So
Before, as we're getting ready to leave, I'm going to find Screech. And be like, so you mentioned you had jumped it on the bike. Where did you jump it?
Oh, let's see, and he'll consult the map again. And he'll point at sort of this area where the river kind of starts to bend. And it'll be like, it was around here. Like you can see, this is one of those watchtowers we mentioned right here on the point. There is a bridge there sometimes. But right above the bend, last time I was there, it thinned out pretty good. It was maybe, I don't know, 50 feet bank to bank. And the bike was able to do it without a whole lot of fuss, both ways. So, I don't think it's a terrible idea. Had to boost it a bit on the way back, but it was fine.
What about the cliff? Where with the trees on it?
Oh, Harriman's Hill, back up here.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you wanted to take a launch off that thing, yeah, you would probably go across. Like the river is wider up there, but you got the elevation
Okay.
on this side, so you'd get a good arc there. Like there, the river's relatively wide, but if you can snake up through those trees at a good speed and just launch off that sucker, oh yeah, that might work.
Do you think the car would survive the landing? Sorry, the Tormentor would survive the landing?
I mean, maybe. In short,
Okay.
maybe. I've seen Maggie's stuff at work, so she knows how to build them.
I
But
don't think she built this one.
well, who did?
She mentioned that she got it from somebody.
Oh, well. Do you have a title?
I don't think so.
Tormentor.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, actually, let me see. And he'll go outside and he'll go over to the Tormentor, and he'll he'll tap on the dashboard and open up the glove box where the demon Icar like fill spout is, and he'll rifle around in there for a minute, and he'll pull out a document, a burned piece of parchment, and let's see, yeah, constructed 1392. Okay, yeah. Okay, Tormentor. All right, clean title, no repairs. That's good. Not a rebuild. That's nice. That's nice.
Perfect.
Let's see. Was it? As long as it's not bitter breath, that's really the thing that we're avoiding here. Oh, Princeps Kovic. Oh yeah, no, this thing's fine. This thing's pretty sturdy. Yeah, Maggie stole this from Princeps Kovic. He knows. Yeah. Kind of
Okay.
amazing that she stole it. Like, he's rough. but yeah, no, this thing, I bet it will definitely survive if you do a level jump. You know, like bank to bank over that narrow bit I mentioned. That shouldn't be a problem if you can make the distance. From the top of the hill, it will probably survive, especially if those wings work. That makes it better because, you know, you're able to make more of a, in theory, you're able to get more of a glide arc instead of a parabolic arc. Because, you know, these things tend to be front heavy and they like to nosedive. Seen that happen.
Okay.
Just don't fall, like, in all seriousness, don't fall in the river. Don't touch the
I have
river.
more demon ichor.
Ooh, that'll be handy. Yeah, you juice this thing at the right time. That'll be handy. Yeah.
What happens? Morbid curiosity. What happens if you fall in the river?
Well, if you just touch the water, you know, get an arm or a foot or something in there, you lose a lot of faculty up here. Like, you get all feeble-minded. You lose memories. You lose who you are. River kind of eats it. If you drink it, you're effectively brain dead. What is going on?
Why would you drink it?
Yeah, why would you drink it? I don't know. Some people.
Yeah, what would you?
What are you doing, Amanda?
Oh no.
I exist at this window.
Yeah, I gotta fix this.
Yeah, I don't know why there's Zoom crashed. I'm sorry. It was bad.
These things happen.
There we go. Fixed.
Stream fixed.
Stream fixed.
Yay. We saved the
Good
day.
job, tech support.
The unanimous
Yay.
yay was so good.
that was a Monty Python grade. Yay, that was good.
Yay.
Yay.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know why you would. Well, someone tried it. I know someone like our. We had a decisionist at one point who decided to take a swig of Stygian water to try and just to see what would happen. Just, you know, disprove the rumors. Problem is he proved the rumors, and we had to let him go. But you know, it's neither here nor
Someone
there.
gets sick and you just get rid of their health care?
Well, it's not a matter of getting sick. But yeah. I mean, the good news is we didn't keep him here. We sent him back home. You know, like, he's as good as dead down here. But if you were to be immersed in the water of the river Styx, you just may straight up not come out. If you do come out,
Understood.
you're not coming out the same.
You just forget you exist?
At the start, yeah. So
Cool.
it's not the best. It's not the best.
All right. Well,
That said, jump this bastard.
I'm up for it.
thank you for your hospitality and your expert knowledge.
Anytime.
hopefully we don't fall in.
Here's hoping.
We'll be
you
fine.
guys have helped us, are really good for this branch. So we'd prefer that you not die yet.
Also, I haven't forgotten about the schlepper.
Yeah.
We're gonna figure that out
In what
at some
way?
point. As a backup.
No, I mean, I mean, we could probably negotiate a little bit on the price now that we have such a relationship that we have now. But the real problem, in all honesty, the real problem is, in order to use the schlepper, you got to be here. The schlepper doesn't move. So you would need to get anyone that needs to get out here at the cabin.
Mm,
And then there's the
that's
whole
gonna be challenging.
success rate situation. But, it is an option. If you got somebody who needs to get out immediately, and you can get them here, then probably work something out. But how did you guys get down here, by the way? Physically, down from El Terrell to down here.
We floated.
Floated?
Yeah.
Yep.
We climbed and then we floated.
On a magical elephant balloon.
I can occasionally
wave.
make some floaty things.
On you. Oh, I thought. Okay, yeah, I was wondering because he's seen Lulu cruising around. He's just like, I thought that brought you all down here, but no, that somehow makes more sense.
Somehow.
Huh. I'm gonna have to tell Vils.
I can never remember the formula, but sometimes I make, flying potions.
It's handy. I get it. Flying's great. Just
Can
saying.
confirm.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Let's see. So how about I can do you guys one last favor before you head out. Because, again, I can fly. If you guys need to send a message back to El Terrell, or if you need to see if you can check in or something up there, we could probably arrange that. I could probably make it up.
That
We
would
should
probably
probably
be-
check on them, huh?
I mean, even if we're not checking on them, just to let them know that we're still alive, we're still making progress, and that they're not just abandoned. And we haven't schleppered away from them.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else that we would want to include.
Okay.
Yeah.
No idea how I'll let you guys know. But yeah.
Yeah, that's less important. I just want to know that I just want them to get the message.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. It's not common you see a lot of good happening down here, so it's refreshing.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna take the place over. We'll make it better.
Sure.
We're not going to do that.
Good luck with that. But maybe focus on this thing first. And I think this is actually a good spot for us to call it for the evening.
Excellent.
So congratulations, you guys. Ate 2 meals and rested.
That's a good day.
That's a great
We
day.
did it.
Progress.
Look.
Like if I could do that for the rest of my life, I'd do that.
Yeah, I'd
I'd
do
call
that.
it. Yeah.
I'd do that. Yeah, that's
Yep.
that.
I'd do
Honestly, like some of my best days off right there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that wasn't the whole day. Let's be honest with ourselves. We also got into a car crash.
Yes,
That was so long ago, Naoma. Let it go.
that was ages ago. That is true.
I made our car cooler.
Yes, you didn't cover almost any ground in this session. Really, no ground whatsoever. Physically,
Geographically,
yeah, geographically, no
Yeah.
ground covered whatsoever. You went upstairs,
we got rid of a pit fiend.
but yeah, you guys did a lot of stuff this session. So
I learned about vacations.
you did. You learned.
Also, Avernus is weird. Who's saying that we didn't just, unintentionally move
Don't know.
without knowing it?
No one knows.
No one knows.
Man, that's gonna be weird when we go to take a right out of here when we're supposed to take a left because everything changed.
Yeah, it'll be a little weird. It's fine. Also, all of that stuff happened over the course of like an hour instead of a day because of Avernus.
Yep.
We're winning this. It's great.
Yeah, we're really good at this.
Time dilation, always in our favor.
Never not in our
Until-
We are
favor.
the best at
Until
this.
the plot demands that it's not,
Yes.
and then it's not.
Cool.
Until it's not. But so yeah, again, as always, thank you to my players, for doing all that in their classic fashion. Never disappoints. And yeah, thank you to everyone who watched. Thank you to everybody who sat through that fantastic recap and deadly foreshadowing session that we had tonight. And yeah, I hope everybody comes back next week, both players and viewers. And we will see you guys next time on Powered Casual Presents Hellscape Navigators. I hope everybody has a good night.
Good night.